Spiritual wisdom for music producers. It's your guy Brahma, and in this video we're gonna go ahead and talk about being music producers and also humans, souls on this journey that we call life. So there's gonna be some gems I want to give you that I've learned on my path of over 26 years as a music producer and 40 years of life as of 2025. So now, I try not to date myself, man. I want to be like Prince and Mariah Carey and just stop even, acknowledging the notches on the belt, because it could be consciously aging you when you live by a number. But today we're going to talk about all of that. We're going to talk about how to grow as a person and how to tap into your timeless essence as a person and as a music producer, so you could put that into the music. Let's go. So as music producers, we are spiritual beings, whether we know it or not. When you're dealing with sound, which is what music is made of, you're dealing with energy. Sound is literally energy, vibrating air molecules, and we perceive it by our ears, by hearing it. But it's really just energy. It's another form of energy, and everything is energy. Everything is moving, everything is vibrating all the time. So in essence, everything is music. That's why they say the universe is a musical universe. It's like a big orchestra. You got the word universe, you in the verse, right? One verse, really. Uni is one in verse. So it's you living in this orchestration of energy, which we experience as life, but it's just like music. Even the planets, right, in the solar system, they're moving at different frequencies. And there's a saying, or you could say ancient studies that talk about the sound of the planets. Every planet has its own sound. If we were to be able to hear the sound of the solar system, it would sound like music. And as above, so below, is an ancient term that I'm pretty sure you've heard. It came from ancient Egypt, which initially was known as ancient Kemet. And they talked about as above, so below, so within, so without. So what's happening above is also happening down here. What's happening down here is also happening above. So if there's music down here, everything's moving, everything has a sound to it, it's vibrating. Same thing is happening up there. Everything that's happening in the outside world is also happening in the inside world. You as a music producer and a human, you are an instrument as well. Instruments are fashioned after humans. Every living being is an instrument. But I'm saying that we specifically recreated ourselves in another form so that we could play the nature of our souls, which is music. Check out how you have eardrums, you have a heartbeat, you have vital organs, right? That proves that you're an instrument right there. You have vital organs, the things that are keeping you alive, they're vibrating, your heart is beating. That's the first thing to grow, to form from the body, even before the brain or anything else. It's your heart. So you were a heart before you were anything else. So this is your compass, and it's beating at a certain tempo. You could determine someone's health by how fast their heart is beating, or what state they're in, how fast their heart is beating, how slow it's beating. It controls the blood in your body. It's keeping you alive. So that's how important that is. Saying all this to say that we have to recognize that music and life are one. It's more than just, oh, I'm making beats. No, you're creating with your life force energy. It's more than just, oh, I'm just living life, waking up every day. No, you're living your music in physical form, living out a song. When you have a routine, that's a pattern. We create patterns in music to create grooves. You live to a certain groove. You live by the beat of your own drum, which is your heart. It's very important that we understand this, because when you understand this, you could make greater music as a music producer, and you could start producing your life. That's what we're here to do. That's our purpose, is to produce our life, to create our life the way we create our music, design it in the same way, the same fashion. The same way that you put the kick and the bass and everything together, it's the same way that you put things in your life and you organize the elements in your life the same way. So just like the bass line is the soul of the beat, Your soul, the soul of your life could be your principles. It could be your spiritualism, whatever you believe in. Just like the drums are the heartbeat of your music, the heartbeat of your life could be your family. It could be music. You know, it could be multiple things. But you have to look at your life the same way that you look at music, and look at music the same way you look at your life. Emotion is energy in motion. We are energy in motion as well. If you look at the life cycle of a human, it rises and it falls just like a wave, right? We grow, we reach our peak, and then we come right back down. That happens in music all the time. If you really look at a wave, if we were to be able to see a wave in 3D instead of 2D, it would look like a double helix, which is a sign of life, our genetic code. We are music. When you go to the hospital and they got you on the heart monitor, what does that look like? It's a wave, right? And when it's time to pass on, that wave goes flat because the energy is no longer moving in this system anymore. It's just like when you cut off your equipment, right? There ain't no jumping waves, no jumping meters or nothing. It's all energy at the end of the day. And we are living out a song, as I said before. So what do you want your song to be? What do you want your song to sound like? Are you going to create it with some change ups, or what kind of chord progressions are you going to add to your day tomorrow? What kind of things are you going to do to get in the groove and get your day moving and you know, grooving right? You determine that. You're creating your life just like you create the music. You're creating your life in that very same way. And the things that aren't for you, the chords that are dissonant and they don't sound good in your music and in your life, you got to get rid of those things because you don't vibe with them. Someone else might love that music. Just like you love certain genres of music and you don't like others. Others love what you hate and hate what you love, because we're all tuned to different frequencies. You as a being take up your own frequency. No one could ever take up the space that you take up on this earth. That's how you know there's room for everybody in life and music and everything. And based on your feelings and thoughts is how you tune yourself every day. What are you in tune with? It's like a radio channel. Are you going to listen to the station where they're talking about all the bad news and things that are going to ruin your day because you have no control over them, and they just make you sad and feel grief and put you in a state of panic and fear? Or are you going to turn to that channel that uplifts you, that makes your spirit rise, that gives you great affirmations, great motivation and inspiration? It gives you wisdom. It gives you the fire that causes you to carry on with your day and do great things. Which one are you going to listen to? Your thoughts are just like that radio channel I said. We got dark and light within us. So what are you listening to? Not just the music, but the music inside your head, the thoughts going on inside your head. How are you talking to yourself? What song are you singing to yourself every day? Is it the same sad song that, oh, I can't get nothing done, I don't deserve this? Or is it an uplifting song? Is it a song that's saying, you know what, I'm going to conquer today. I'm going to do the greatest thing I can today. I'm going to accomplish my goals today. I'm going to complete my task today. I'm going to live my mission and live out my purpose today. What are you tuning yourself to every day? That's important. Another thing I want to bring back up is the routine. Routine is repetition. What you do repetitiously, what you do all the time. Just like you have certain things in your day that you do all the time. You brush your teeth, take a shower. If you're working on a 5, you go to work. If you have a business, you know, tap into your business and do what you need to do. Regardless, that's a routine. That is repetition. So the same thing with like working out, right? Once you start doing it repetitiously, you build muscle. Same thing happens with music. When you start putting certain things into place, like, okay, I'm going to learn music theory, and you practice every day, you're going to build a strong foundation in your musical skill and playing. Same thing with your mindset. If you build in wisdom and you tap into, you know, reading books, listening to audio books that feed your soul, your heart and your soul, then it's going to help you grow in those areas. It could be about business. It could be about self-development. It could be about health, whatever it is. Just make sure that it's positive and it's something that contributes to your life and doesn't take away from it. Like I said with the radio station analogy earlier, the negative things take away from your life because they don't invest anything in you. They don't give you anything. They take away. They cause you to feel certain ways. And there's nothing you could do about that to control that energy. As a matter of fact, you're letting that, whatever that is, whatever that medium is of negative energy, kind of siphon your energy. Whereas when you're listening, watching, and engaging in positive things, they give you energy and they feed your fire and awaken your creative beast inside. So saying all that to say that repetition is what builds anything. So if there's something you want to get great at, start putting in that repetition. Remember, life is music. Music is based on patterns. A chord progression returns right back to the one after it's done because it's a pattern. And when it builds up, you listen to a song so many times, that song starts to seep inside of you. You start to become that song. It becomes a memory, right? So same thing happens with things that you start to implement, that you practice repetitiously. You start to become them and they start to seep into your soul. So anyway, I didn't want to go too ham. I just wanted to speak on, just let it flow today. I wanted to give out some spiritual wisdom and gems. I know a lot of the content I do is based on music and plugins and how you could do this with a beat, how you can make money off of your beat. But deep down inside, what is really, really what fuels my fire is spiritual wisdom and life experience. Those are the things I bring to the music. And this is the best thing that I was able to develop outside of music, is that part of myself. So I just wanted to give that from my heart and my soul today, and I hope you funk with it. Leave some love in the comments if you're feeling the vibe. Make sure you subscribe. That will help us build this tribe, because that's what it's about at the end of the day. If you want to see more content like this, let me know, because I could talk about this all day, man. This is what fuels me. Also, check out this video right here. Speaking of beat making, I redid a beat from a previous video, and because I didn't like the chords and some of the choice and sound selection, so I swapped a lot of things out. So you'll be able to hear what I did. Check this video out.